An employee comes to collect plates from the table where she finds some money. She picks it up happily. The restaurant owner, hiding under the table, overhears her saying, "Wow, with this money, you'll do a lot of shopping today," and keeping the money for herself before leaving with the plates. The owner comes out from under the table and says, "Oh, this one doesn't pass." Later, the owner intentionally drops some money while passing by a maid. She quickly picks it up and says, "I'm rich now. You'll use this money for face sprays and skincare. Come on." The owner sees this and says, "This one doesn't pass either." Meanwhile, a customer calls an employee to pick up some money, but the employee gets a phone call and leaves. The customer says, Mom, wait." The doctor tells the employee, "Your mother's condition is very serious. She needs immediate surgery. It'll cost $10,000. Do you agree to the surgery?" The employee replies, "Yes, operate now. We'll find a way to pay you." Back at the restaurant, the customer calls an employee. The poor male employee approaches, but the customer angrily says, "Not you, I called the female employee." The female employee comes and discusses the order. On her way out, she deliberately spills leftover food on the customer and blames the male employee. "Why did you do that?" The poor employee says, "Are you crazy? I didn't do it. You spilled it yourself." Another female employee arrives and also blames the poor male employee, saying, "I saw you do it with my own eyes." The restaurant owner steps in and says, "Dear customer, I apologize on behalf of my staff. As for the damages, I'll take full responsibility." The customer replies, "Your restaurant has a lot to improve, especially this guy. He's the main problem," and leaves. The owner then says to the three employees, "Come to my office now." Inside, the owner says, "Who wants to explain first? Go ahead." One employee says, "I can explain. David was wiping the tables and bumped into me from behind while I was holding plates. That's how the food spilled on the customer." The second employee adds, "That's right. I saw it with my own eyes." The owner said, "Today we will choose a new store manager. Please tell me about your strengths." The first employee said, "I work very hard. I am honest, and I am always on time." The second said, "I am disciplined, polite, and I never miss a single day." Then the owner looked at David. David said, "I may not be the best. Sometimes I face challenges because of family responsibilities, but I always try my best. Recently, I found something left behind by a customer. At first, I thought of keeping it for myself, but then I realized it was not mine, so I decided to return it." One of the employees quickly said, "I can return it." But the owner replied, "Do you know whose thing this is? It's mine. I placed it here to see who shows true honesty. You tried to keep it hidden. From today, this place is not for you." The two employees looked down. The owner said, "Put it back on the table." They slowly placed it back and then walked away quietly. The owner turned to David and smiled. Look at him. Even in a difficult time, he chose honesty and returned what was not his. From now on, David will be the new store manager. David felt very happy and thanked him warmly. So tell us, do you think David deserves this opportunity?